You have tar, gunzip and bunzip. For both compression and extraction, you have tar compression, gunzip and bunzip. So gunzip is mentioned with GZ and bunzip is mentioned with So this is about compression. The same thing will have even in extraction also. The same thing you have in extraction also. So what is this? Why there are three types of conversions? So basically, assume that if the file size is 100 MB. Assume that if the file size is 100 MB. If you compress tar compression, no, it will compress to 1/2 of its size. And if you do gunzip compression, it will compress the file to 1/4 of its actual size. And coming to bunzip, 1/8 of its actual size. Okay, so if it is 100 MB, tar compression will make the file to 50 MB. For if you gunzip, the file will be compressed to 25 MB and bunzip will make the file to 12.5 MB. So this is how you will compress. So that's why you have 3 compressions. And same way, even in extraction also, you will be having this in ascending order. So this is descending order, whereas this will go in this direction. Okay, so bunzip will extract the file to 1/8 of its size, and this will extract to 1/4, and this will extract to the original size of the file. So for using these compressions and all, what command you have? You have tar space -xf for tar compression means you have to use CF. So -CF stands for compressing files, which is tar compression. -CVZF. So CVZF is for gunzip compression, and CVJF is for bunzip compression. So -CF only tar file will get compressed. -CVZF gunzip compression will happen, and CVJF bunzip compression will happen. So be careful guys, these two are confusing, CVZF and CVJF. CVZF and CVJF, these both are confusing. So in this ZF and JF, which letter comes first? J comes first, right? So even in this bunzip and gunzip, which letter comes first? B comes first. So like this you can remember. So here B comes first and here J comes first. So that's why CVJF is for bunzip and CVZF is for gunzip compression. So like this you can remember. So just like this, C stands for compression. So if I wanted to extract XF, so CF is for compression, X is for extraction. X is for extraction. X is for extraction. So if you guys observe, so this is Tomcat's official page where you can download the Tomcat. So if you look up here in the side column, so you can see downloads column. So in this you have all the oldest version to the latest version. So you can select any of these versions. So I'll go with Tomcat 10. So click on this 10 version, and if you look up here, so can you see compression here? So which compression it is? GZ means which compression? Gunzip compression. So in order to extract this, you have to use CFR, JFR. ZF or JF. ZF you can use. So like this you have to remember. So note down these compressions. So hope you have noted down these compressions. If anyone not noted down, so note down these. So quickly note down these guys. So quickly note down. So once you note down, we'll proceed to installation. So anyone have meeting? If anyone have meeting, they can go. And later don't blame me. So once if you have noted down, so let's go to EC2 instance. So I already have an EC2 instance, so let me name this to Tomcat. So let me name my instance to Tomcat, connect to the server. So as this is Tomcat server, so can I change the name of this host name? Can I change the host name? So how do I change the host name? Host name CTL set hyphen host name Tomcat. So enter, exit, and re-login. So you can see the change in the host name. So after changing the host name, obviously you have to update the server. So as we already updated in the morning, so no need of updating again. So next, we need to install Java. We need to install Java. So how do we install Java? apt install default-jdk. So this default-jdk, what it will do? It will download the recommended version of Java. So it will download the recommended version of Java. So the recommended or default version of Java is Java 11. Okay, so this will install Java 11. But whereas in some processes Java 11 is outdated version. So for this process we can use Java 11, but for other tools like Jenkins, etc. and all, Java 11 is outdated or deprecated. So in that situations, you have to install latest version of Java. So this command allows you to install the default version, but if you wanted to install very latest version of Java, so this is the command. So instead of default-jdk, you have to use openjdk hyphen the version name hyphen jdk. So this is how you install the very latest version of Java. So here you have to change the number. So I don't know whether the latest version of Java is 24 or 25. I'm not sure. So you can just change the number here and you can install the latest version. But if you wanted to install the default version, you can use default-jdk-y. So this will install the Java 11 version. Okay, Java is installed. To check whether Java is installed or not, so what is the command? Java version. So it is saying, see which version of Java it is installed. OpenJDK 11. If you wanted to install latest version, you can use OpenJDK the version name and execute. So after Java is installed, we need to know where Java is installed. As I am experienced, I know where Java is installed, but in your case, you may not be knowing where Java is installed. So to check where Java is installed, you can use this command. Which Java? It will show you where Java is installed. Okay, to find out where any package is installed, you can use which command. Which space the package name which you have installed. So by this you will come to know where Java is installed. Okay, so which space Java. So Java is configured. Now we'll go to official website of Apache Tomcat and select what version of Tomcat you wanted to have. So just go to official web page of Java. So this is official website. If you see the downloads, you can see all oldest to newest versions. If you want still the oldest version, you can go for archives. So I'll select Tomcat 10. So while you guys are practicing, you can use Tomcat 11 for your practice. So I'll use 10 version, and if you scroll down, you can see under binary distributions some platforms. So which platform I need to choose, or which binary distribution I need to choose? Tar file. So right click on tar file, copy the link address. Right click on tar file, copy the link address. So if I directly click this, what happens? See, if I directly click this, it is downloading in the local server, right? It is downloading in the local server, but I don't want this in my local server. So where I wanted to download this? In my EC2 machine. So instead of downloading it in the local, so or else you can do one more thing. Two alternates are possible. If you are downloading it in the local, you can use WinSCP or FileZilla and transfer this file to Linux server. So like yesterday how you did. Or else a simple process is right click on it, copy the link address, and you need to download it in the Linux server, right? So you can use wget command. So you can use wget command. So what is this wget command? If any external links you wanted to download in your Linux servers, you have to use wget. Okay. So wget is the command which allows you to download external links. Note down wget. Wget. What will wget do? It allows you to download external link addresses in your Linux server. It allows you to download external links in your Linux server. wget will allow you to download external links in the Linux server. So the alternate for wget is you have another command called curl also. Either you can use wget or you can use curl. So any of these commands you can use. So wget space the link which you have copied. Wget space the link which you have copied and press enter. Check ls. So can you see tar file is downloaded. So tar file is downloaded. So now we need to extract this tar file. So how do I extract this tar file, guys? So what is the command to extract this tar file? Tar space hyphen cvzfr xvzf. So if I use cvzf, what happens? It is already compressed. Where the command will go? Illogical or non-logical. So I need to use xvzf space the tar file name. xvzf space the tar file name and press enter. See, tar file has been extracted. So now you can see tar file has been extracted. So tar file has been extracted. So this is the tar file, this is the actual file. So if you want, you can remove this tar file, or else if you want, you can keep. So I will remove this tar file because I don't want it. And let me delete this snap also. So I am deleting these two files and I am left with only the actual file. So after extracting the file, delete the tar file if you want, or else if you want, you can keep it also. Once after this is done, we need to rename this Apache Tomcat. So how do we rename? How do I rename? Which command I use to rename the files? What command is used for renaming? mv command is used for renaming. So mv, the old name plus the new name. So the old name and the new name. And now I wanted to move this file from this location to /opt location. So if you see tree, the tree is not installed. I'm coming out that slash directory. See, from root, the file which is there in root location, I wanted to move that file to opt directory. So how do I move? So in root path, I have a directory called Tomcat, right? I wanted to move this Tomcat from root location to opt directory. So how can I move? How can I move? MV, the path where it is located, and the file name. So where I wanted to move? To /opt. So MV, the source file's complete path and the destination, and press enter. So now if I go to root, see, Tomcat file is not there. So where it has been moved? It has been moved to opt directory. So now can you see Tomcat? So like this you have to move. So in order to do these operations, you have to practice these Linux commands. MV, cp, and next targ operations, creating files, creating directories. So these things and all, if you are perfect, if you are good, then you can be able to do this basic process. Downloading the files, renaming the files, deleting the folders, etc. So what I have done, guys, I have downloaded the I think some from here, from 14th command, I think I executed. So I installed Java, next I installed Tomcat, next I extracted the tar file, next removed the tar file, renamed the extracted file to Tomcat, and next I have moved the Tomcat from root path to opt directory. So note down these 4 steps. So first install Java, next download Tomcat tar file from official website, extract the tar file, rename the extracted file to Tomcat, move it to /opt. Move it to /opt. So why we need to move to OPT? Can't we do it directly in the root? Why we need to move to OPT directly? Why can't I do it in directly root folder or root directory? Because root directory is too open for the public. because root path is too open for the operations. Because root directory is too open for the operations, I need to be moving to OPT directory. So they may ask you, why can't you do it in the root? Yes, in the root also we can do, but root is too open for the operations. And meanwhile, guys, find out what are the purpose of all these directories. So find out the purpose of all these directories. So you can write a question like purpose of so note down this question. So why bin directory is full, why dev directory, what is the purpose of home directory, and what is the purpose of lost plus found, and what is the purpose of /var. So note down this question. Purpose of all default directories in /path in Linux. Purpose of all default directories in /path in Linux. So after this is done, so what we have done? We have installed Java, downloaded Tomcat file, extracted file, next renamed the file and moved the file from root to OPT directory. Next, we need to add environmental variables. Note down that add environmental variables. Add environmental variables. So the environmental variables are Java and Tomcat. So these are the two environmental variables we need to add. So these are the two environmental variables which we need to add. So where do you add these environmental variables? So where do you add these variables? So you need to add these variables in your home path. So go to root. In the root, if you check for hidden files, can you see a folder called .bash rc, right? Can you see a folder called .bash rc? In this .bash rc, you need to write your environmental variables, which is your Java and Tomcat. So Tomcat, I know where it is installed. So where it is configured, /opt directory it is configured. But I don't know where Java is configured. So Java is configured in this location /usr/lib/jvm. So this is where my Java is configured. So copy this configuration file. Copy this configuration file, because I know the path but I can't remember this file name, whole file name. So that's why I am copying this file name, and we need to add this in bash rc. So here go to insert mode and write these environmental variables. So export Java underscore home is equal to /usr/lib/jvm/ the config file name, and next /opt/tomcat. So add these two lines, guys. So note on the syntax: export Java underscore home. There is no space between this Java home and is equal to. Okay, so don't use space. Use space after export only. Export space Java underscore home, the path and the configuration file name, and Catalina underscore home, which is your Tomcat's home path. Everyone written? No doubt. Hey, don't write down all the lines now, only two lines, sir. Only these two lines, sir. Add only these two lines, sir. Don't write a whole syntax, sir. The syntax is already there. You have to add only these two lines. Return. So if anyone not written, you can find it in the video. You can pause the video and you can see. So save and exit. After configuring this, you have to apply the changes. So how to apply? Use source and the file name. Use source and the file name. The changes which you made will be applied. So now go to /opt directory, enter into Tomcat. Inside Tomcat you can see a directory called bin. So enter into bin directory, and in this bin directory you can see two shell script files, which is startup.sh and shutdown.sh. So what is this startup.sh? To start the services, and shutdown.sh to stop the services. So how do I run this script file, guys? During shell scripting I told you how to run this script files. / and the script file name. So / startup.sh. Press enter, and you can see Tomcat started. So you can see Tomcat started. So once Tomcat is started, you can copy the public IP address of the Tomcat server. And one more thing, guys, Tomcat runs on port number 8080. So you need to edit inbound rules and check whether port 8080 is open. So if you don't have this port 8080, click on add rules. This is custom TCP, and write 8080 and anywhere IPv4, save rules, and copy your public IP address. And what it is telling here, if you are seeing this, Tomcat is successfully installed. Congratulations. Right? You know what to do after this. You are taking snap and uploading it in Snapchat. So this is how you install Tomcat servers. So will you install your Tomcat servers, or should I want to deploy an application? Your choice. If you want me to show to deploy application also, I will deploy and show. What you will say? It's up to you. Huh? Deploy also. Okay, so in order to deploy the application, just like in Nginx, so where do you deploy guys application? In your Nginx, where you will deploy your application. What is the path where you deploy your HTML application? /var/www/html, right? So same way, even in Tomcat also, the place where you deploy your application is web apps. So inside this web apps, you have to deploy your application. So as of now, there is no application here. So we'll have a small application which is developed by Tomcat itself. So search for sample WAR file. So search for sample WAR file. You will get official Tomcat sample application. So if you see here, the example app have been packaged as a WAR file and can be downloaded here. So right click on this, copy link, and how to download the external link? wget and the link address. So a WAR file will be downloaded. So if you see here, once a WAR file is uploaded, a folder will be created on the same name of WAR file. So previously there is no sample directory here, but if you deploy a WAR file, on the name itself an directory will be created. So that means your application is successfully deployed. Okay, so after application is uploaded into this directory, come here, in the address bar after the port number, use a / provided with an application name. So it's a simple hello world application. So first try with this simple hello world application. Once you are good at deploying, later we will deploy a proper application. Okay. So this is how you deploy guys.